Yo, Snoop, I was bugging. I said, yo, this is unbelievable. This shit turned off.
Man, it was
right,
beautiful.
this shit, you know, I had Puffy here. Puffy came. He said he called me the Puerto Rican Oprah Jopra, right?
Right.
Because I was asking him that shit, and he said here that he would celebration against Dr. Dre.
I don't think that's Dr. Dre's lane. Like, that's not his vehicle. You know, certain people are built for the octagon that can present it and deliver it and do all those things that come along with it. He got the hits. That ain't the question. He got the catalog that can go up against anybody. But it's as far as like the comfort zone of being able to deliver it, to speak on it, to give those experiences of when you made those records, what it meant to you. I don't know if that's Cuz vehicle, being a close friend to him. I don't see him being that outgoing and that active on Instagram like that to actually cross that line the way Puff has always been that guy that's up close and personal with his fans and can give you that and carry the load and throw the best fucking parties the world ever seen in life on Instagram everywhere he go. So that's the only thing that I think that may cripple the event. And I was speaking to Swizz about it. Like, maybe if you throw Snoop Dogg in the ring first, that may make him want to, you understand me?
Yeah, Snoop Dogg, who the fuck gonna go against Snoop Dogg? I heard 50 Cent talking that shit. You know what I'm saying? He like, yo, I think I should go up against Snoop.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
It's my nigga though. That's my guy. You know,
no. We love 50 Cent. But Snoop Dogg?
I don't know. I mean, who on the level of Snoop Dogg? It's hard for me to say because I look at everybody as equals. I don't look at nobody as less than me.
Yeah,
So
you the biggest rapper in the world. Like, who the fuck, like, really honestly, like, who can honestly go up against Snoop Dogg?
Only talking about 20 rounds. That's just 20 bullets, you know what I'm saying, that you got based off your catalog.
Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum.
Well, if you ask me, if you ask me, when I first came in the rap game, Ice Cube was the king of the West Coast, right?
Facts.
And off the top. So that was my mission to try to get where he was. And I finally got to the point to where I became the king of the West Coast, to where it was known, like everybody knew, okay, Snoop is the one now. So looking across the bridge, it was the East Coast that was always the number one to me, that I was always looking to try to get at. And when I came in the game, the number one East Coast nigga, it was not one. It was a variety of them. And then Biggie started to make a rise, but Nas was on the rise with him. So it was like, it was never a like who was the 1-1. And then Biggie passed away. And then Nas had it for a minute. And then Jay-Z took it and ran with it for a numerous amount of years. And then 50 Cent came and ran with it for a numerous amount of years. This is me looking in from the outside, looking at New York rap. So to me, it would be either a Snoop versus Jay-Z, because he has been the king of New York around the time I've been the king of the West.
Stay right there. Stay right there. That sounds like the ultimate battle. Snoop Dogg against Jay-Z. Now, I don't know if Jay-Z will do it because he's kind of like Dr. Dre. How you were saying,
Right.
You know, Jay-Z, we love him, but Jay-Z introvert, quiet. You know what I mean? But Snoop Dogg, Jay-Z. Even though I'm not taking nothing away from 50, I just know that when your boat goes down and you got to swim ashore, it's a long swim. You understand what I'm saying? So Snoop Dogg been doing it 25 years.
92, he been swimming since 92. And he just had a number one hit last year, Smile Bitch with Lil Duval.
You see what I'm saying?
And I got it right now with Bonda MS that's blowing up on the Latin charts right now.
You see what I'm saying, Snoop? So this is a hard thing. Jay-Z, Snoop Dogg will be a real epic battle. Jay-Z, 50 Cent too. Don't get me. I'm not taking nothing from 50 Cent. I'm just saying, once you get to like that 15th song, like run me 5 songs you're gonna play off Red.
Off of Snoop Dogg?
Snoop Dogg, 5 songs off the beginning. And I'm gonna play the first one, Deep Cover. Deep Cover Snoop Dogg. Take it from there. Give me 4 more off the first 4.
G-Thing. Drop it like it's hot.
Ah! Yo, Snoop, that ain't fair, man. This
Gin and juice.
Yeah. Gin and juice. Yo.
Then I'm gonna tone it down. I'm gonna tone it down a little bit. Sensual seduction.
Sexual seduction.
Yeah, look,
you do the fly. Yo, Snoop, man, you're not fair for nobody, to be honest with you, man. Shout out to Afro B, my African brother here. Know what I'm saying? Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yo,
hey, Pharrell taught me how to talk to women on that song. I didn't know how to talk to women till Pharrell showed me how on that Beautiful record. That's real shit. Like I used to always.
Because you was like, bitches ain't shit, but
yeah, you know that Pharrell was like, man, women love you, man. You gotta be able to, make your penmanship, give them some love. Don't you love your wife? Don't you love your mother? Don't you? He started breaking me down like that to where it was like my pen had to write about me loving a beautiful woman as opposed to me downgrading a woman.
Let me tell you something. You had me disrespecting women for a long time, Snoop Dogg. Like,
Don't blame that shit on me, Joe. Don't blame that shit on me.
I thought the flyest shit. Shout out to Hitmaker. I thought like we had to just shit. You know what I'm saying? I had a record called "This Is for the Hoes." That was a Snoop Dogg inspired tune right there. You know? Hey, yo, Snoop, the way I promoted this is I had you in the Deep Cover video where you turned around and you said, "Hey, yo, Big Pun, I see you got a snitch in your camp. Get out here." And we did the Twins Deep Cover, the Dead in the Middle, little. Man, Snoop. Man, when you did that for us, man, shout out to Chris Robinson. You shot that in your garage.
Yeah.
You know how big that was for, East Coast, West Coast tension?
But Joe, how many times have we met before that?
Me and you?
Yeah.
We met maybe 2 times before that.
Right. So it was solidified. La Familia.
La Familia, man. That was that.
That's what I mean. I was familiar with you. You was familiar with me. So it was only family for me to do it.
Yeah, man. That was beautiful, man.
And I was trying to break the stereotype back then, because remember, it was real hard for East and West to do shit. And I was like one of them niggas. I was like, fuck that. I love them niggas over there. I'm finna go do that with him. I'm finna go fuck with him. I'm finna go fuck with him and fuck what y'all niggas think.
Let me tell you something, Snoop. When it comes to an ambassador of hip hop, shout out to Timbo the King, Timberland on the check. And when it comes to an ambassador of hip hop, nobody's better than you. And one thing I'm having a problem with is I'm getting older. I don't like getting old, Snoop. But somehow it looks like you embrace the shit. And it's like, you just take it how you take it. Like, what I got to do to say to myself, Joe Crack, you getting old, calm down. Because Snoop Dogg don't give a fuck.
You know what, Joe? I think once you learn to embrace who you are and stay who you are at all times and learn to love you, you take that shit everywhere you go, my nigga. Like, I had to learn how to just be me, man. Like, even the way I raised my kids in real life. You know what I'm saying? Not in no fake shit. Like, I talk to them as kids the way I talk to them as adults. So it was never like foreign language to them when they heard me give them information on what they need to be doing in life and how they need to be doing it. So we maintain a relationship to where we like friends now. And a lot of times when you got kids and you raise them, they outgrow you and they don't want to be personal with you. They don't want to share shit with you because they feel like you was too hard on them. And I always wanted to maintain a relationship with my kids to where they would be open with me and share shit with me, because they were kids that was giving everything. And I watched kids that was giving everything like self-destruct. You know what I'm saying?
Good that you stay there. And if I'm I'm overstepping my boundary, you stop me in 1 second. But so like everyone knows you for smoking weed and all that. I don't smoke weed, but you smoke weed. What was it like, or has it ever been like for one of your kids to say, yo, dad, let me smoke with you when they growing up, 16, 7? This is a big challenge for parents around the world because a lot of parents smoke weed, but they don't want their kids to smoke. But did that happen to you?
Man, that's crazy you said that because I was at motherfucking Mario Van People's house and we was shooting something. We was shooting a movie at his house and he had a bunch of teenagers and shit at his house. That's when YG was young too. YG was in the movie too. And he had like his little son back room that he was letting me use for like my little VIP area. So, you know, naturally I'm in there smoking and shit. His son about 17, 18. His son ain't getting down, but all of the teenagers in the movie, they in there smoking. Now a bunch of little rappers then showed up. So I'm in there smoking. I ain't paying attention, but my kids is here. My oldest son is in there. So we smoking. Next thing I know, somebody passed me a joint, and it's my oldest son. And I look at him, and I can't even say nothing to him because I've been smoking with the rest of these teenagers. So I take it, and I smoke with him, and I'm like, I gotta accept it because what kind of father would I be to try to chastise him when I just been smoking right in front of him and I see it ain't doing nothing. I ain't doing nothing wrong. He ain't doing nothing wrong. He's doing it in front of me. I'd rather him do it in front of me than behind me because now I can show him the proper way of doing it. So now that he's smoking with me, he's watching how much I'm smoking. When I get back to work, I'm not smoking. When I go back to shooting my scenes, I'm on point. I'm delivering my lines. I'm getting on my shit to where he can see, okay, it's a difference between being a drug addict and somebody that's relaxing themselves before he going back to work. So now my kids understand the dynamics of I'm not going to be a drug addict. I'm just going to relax myself before I go handle my business.
Yo, Snoop, boy, I've been spoken like a true G, man. Let me tell you something, yo, Snoop. Let me tell you something. That is great because I think about it often. You know, I got a couple of my friends that are my brothers, like brothers, and they smoke all the time, like in front of the kids. And I wonder to myself, and you know, I'm like a virgin. You know, I don't smoke, but I wonder to myself, what's gonna happen the day when little such and such is gonna be like, yo, dad passed the blunt. And that's why, you know, I thought
But
about
do
asking you
you
that.
think anything's wrong with smoking?
Me personally,
Yeah.
I don't think nothing wrong. It can't be nothing wrong. What happened to me is I smoked one time, Snoop, and I ran out the crib butt naked, middle of the night. Fat Joe the rapper. I ran out the crib naked.
Okay, see, but
Facts.
look at Fat Joe the rapper drinking that wine, right? Like me and wine, we don't agree like that.
I drank the wine just to be cool with Snoop Dogg because I
But
don't
see how
smoke.
you can handle it though, like a nip of that. I'm gone because I got Indian in me. You understand me? You heard of the Navajo tribe? I'm from the Navajo tribe. You understand me? So when I get a little bit of alcohol in me, I get to acting crazy.
Oh my God. Yo, Snoop, let me tell you something, man. So let me tell you, I ran out the house butt naked. And the girl came up on me because I smoked with a girl. You know, she pulled up on me. She was in my white Lexus. She was like, yo, get in the car. I was like, I'm going to die. I'm going to have a heart attack. I'm going to have a heart attack. I got to go to the hospital. I'm dying. So the girl gassed me to get in the car. We went around the block back in the crib, and I took like 10 cold showers. And I started laughing for like an hour, but I never did this shit again. And
How do you
every
take
night,
how do you take 10 cold showers, nigga? Did you get out the shower, turn it off,
yeah, I
get
was
back in?
bugging, bro. Yo, Snoop, trust me. I'm traumatized. And I went in and out the shower. I kept taking a shower. And then I started laughing for like a whole hour. And I said, yo, I'm chilling. And
Joe,
now
that
when I go to the
wasn't Joe.
studio,
Joe, that wasn't weed, man. That was some other shit, man. Come on, Neff. That was some other shit, man. Look, you done been around me many times with me smoking and you got secondhand smoking. You ain't never acted like that.
no, I've been a secondhand smoke motherfucker for real, though. Like,
Right. And it
I
and it
leave the
just
studio. Let me tell you something. I leave the studio every night smelling like a giant weed. And
and
I say, when the police stop me, there's no way I'm going to be able to convince them I ain't smoked no weed. I smell like a pound of weed. All day, every day, they like this.
So that lets you know that that's not what gave you that effect. Because the secondhand smoke is worse than the firsthand smoke. And that's first off.
Yo, Snoop, man, let me tell you something, bro. Man, my brother, man, I love you so much, man. I appreciate you. Shout out to DJ Khaled is on here, DJ Nasty on here.
Is one guy that I truly love being his friend. I love his energy. I love his come up, his hustle, his fatherhood, his mentorship, all of that shit. Like, he's the perfect gentleman. Like, that's like when I seen that shit pop up on Instagram the other day when Baby tried to show her booty to him, and he was like, "Oh no, no." I'm like, see, that's what I'm talking about. Like, me and you would have been like, "Hold on, let me see a little bit more before you turn that off."
No, you know, a girl did it to me last night. I went like this. Stop, talk to me normal. Stop, talk to me normal, please. Yo, Snoop, I did this one though. Like, stop, talk to me normal, my family. I got love.
I don't want to see it.
No, I don't want to see it. Please. No, it's out of here. This quarantine shit is serious out here. Coronavirus killing our people. Blacks and Latinos the most. What could you say about this coronavirus? We can end it like that, Snoop, because what speak on the coronavirus.
I think we should just be a little bit more sharper with our movements. A lot of people quick to get out just because they say you can get out. But I think you should wait and understand where you're getting out to and why you should get out and when is the right time to get out. You know, if you don't see the NBA, the NFL, and things of that nature moving, then you shouldn't be moving like that, because those are the biggest figures in the world right now that, you know, we waiting on them to see what's going to happen with the season and whatnot. And if they're not moving, we shouldn't move so quick and just play it by ear and just make our moves precise. And if we do get out, make sure that we're wearing masks and gloves and protecting ourselves and not bringing it back to the house. And if we is, washing our hands and doing all of the things that we need to do to protect ourselves, just to be precautious, because it's safe. It's better to be safe than to be sorry, man.
Man, I love you, Snoop Dogg, man. Thank you for stopping by, man. This was the late version of the Fat Joe Show, the biggest show in the game. This is the biggest one. You know what I'm saying? And we love you. I appreciate you. You've always been 1,000, not even 100. You've been 1,000 with me. And the game loves you. You're beyond a living legend. You're a king. You're an icon. You're a god on earth. And I love you. You hear me?
I love you back, Joey, and you already know it, man.
LBC, nigga, West Coast, nigga.
South Bronx. South Bronx. South Bronx.
I love you, man. I love you, man. There you have it, Snoop Doggy, 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 Dog. The big, 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 big show. The